Good morning, students. We will start with the chapter number 1, Internet Basics. In this chapter, we will study about the different Internet aspects. Now, first question is, what is Internet? What is Internet, dear? Internet is an interconnection of many computers of different types from different networks all over the world. Now, this picture show all the aspects of internet. We can do the video chatting also, we can do the social media also, we can connect with the different persons also, we can do the research also, we can use the navigation also. These are the different aspects from which we can use the internet. Now next is the internet introduction. The internet or networks of network is the largest computer network in the world that connects billions of computer users. The word internet comes from combination between interconnection and network. Network is a collection of computers and devices connecting versus communication channels and transmission medium allow to share resources, hardware, software, data, information. डियर बच्चा जो हमें पहले इंटरनेट जो नेटवर्क वर्ड यूज हुआ था बिफोर द इंटरनेट वो इसलिए यूज हुआ था कि पहले हम क्या करते थे जो शेयरिंग होती थी मतलब जितने भी हमारे हार्डवेयर है सॉफ्टवेयर है उनको शेयर करने के लिए हम क्या करते थे नेटवर्किंग यूज करते थे कि जिससे हमारे क्या होते थे शेयरिंग की वजह से हमें लेस हार्डवेयर और सॉफ्टवेयर की जरूरत पड़ती थी इसके बाद आता है हमारा there were the vast collection of computer network which forms and act as a single huge networks for transform of data and messages across distance, which can be anywhere from the same office और टू एनीवेयर इन द वर्ल्ड आप साथ बैठ के भी अपने मैसेजेस को एक्सचेंज कर सकते हो और आप वर्ल्ड में कहीं और कहीं पे भी बैठे हो आप अपने मैसेजेस को क्या कर सकते हो शेयर कर सकते हो नाउ फर्स्ट थिंग इज व्हाट इज द हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंटरनेट जो इंटरनेट था दैट इज यूज बाय द डिफेंस ऑफ अमेरिका जो वहां की डिफेंस थी उसने सबसे पहले क्या किया था दो कंप्यूटर को ज्वाइन किया था टू कम्युनिकेट विद ईच अदर तो उसको हम क्या बोलते थे आरपा दैट इज नोन एज अ एडवांस रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट एजेंसी दैट एजेंसी इज फाउंड बाय द डिफेंस ऑफ अमेरिका कैलिफोर्निया नाउ नेक्स्ट इज उसके बाद जो स्टार्ट हुआ दैट इज 1969 January 2 started an experimental computer network called ARPANET. उसके बाद हमने क्या यूज किया था दैट इज ARPANET. ARPANET क्या है started in the 1969 by linking four different computers California. उसको हमने क्या किया था चार कंप्यूटर्स को हमने आपस में ज्वाइन कर दिया था. This was starting by the Department of the Defense. लेटर यूनिवर्सिटी वर अलाउड टू ज्वाइन उसके बाद क्या किया पहले डिफेंस ने उसको ज्वाइन कर लिया उसके बाद जो कैलिफोर्निया की यूनिवर्सिटी थी उसने क्या किया उनके साथ ज्वाइन हो गए उन्होंने क्या करने लगे हार्डवेयर और सॉफ्टवेयर को शेयर करने लगे अपने रिसोर्सेज को दिस वॉज द बिगनिंग ऑफ द वर्ड इंटरनेट इसमें यही कॉन्सेप्ट था नो सर्वर बट इक्वल इंपॉर्टेंस पार्टिसिपेशन टू एवरी कंप्यूटर इन द नेटवर्क if any or two nodes destroyed nodes क्या होता है बच्चा different computers अगर कोई भी कंप्यूटर है वो डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाता है तो जो हमारा नेटवर्क है वो उसको इफेक्ट ना करे नेक्स्ट इज 1982 में द वर्ल्ड इंटरनेट स्टार्टेड जो बेसिक जो रजिस्टर्ड नेम था 1982 में स्टार्ट हुआ था 1986 में फ्री नेट कनेक्टेड इन द केस वेस्टर्न रिसर्च रिवर्स University. In 1981, US government allowed business agency to connect to the internet. Or now, people can improve their lives and work quality by using the internet. Now, how internet works? First, the computer. This computer is joined with the telephone line, and telephone line is connecting with the broad line. Now this broad line is connecting with the power supply. Okay. Now this is connecting with the router. Router is used as a modem to your computer or a internet, and that is connecting with the cable modem, and that will be connecting to the network internet connection. That this is a how the computer is connecting to the internet. After this, now what are the different advantages of internet? We have a communication, research, education, financial transaction for updates. Now first is communication. Communication is a process transmitting and receiving symbols, data, image, text, document, graphics, etc. by various computer devices. Now the process of collecting, processing, distributing, sharing, transforming and storing the information. Internet is now being a main communication tool using video conferencing, internet phones, messenger, email, etc. Next is research. You can search. Research need to go through hundreds of books as well as the references that you one of the most difficult job of the earlier. पहले हमें क्या कर रिसर्च करते थे तो बुक्स ढूंढनी पड़ती थी बहुत कुछ ढूंढना पड़ता था. Research is one such thing which has got lots of benefits from this evolution of internet. Obviously, when you don't know anything, what do? Go to the Google and you are searching a different things. तो रिसर्च को सबसे ज़्यादा फायदा हुआ था. They can save their time to search a different thing from the books on other things. Education. Education is one of the best things that the internet can provide. There are a number of books, reference books, online help, centers, expert views, other study oriental material on the internet that can make the learning process very easier as well as a fun learning experiences. It is a live example. Now in these days when you are sitting at your home and teacher are giving you a study material through the internet only. Now next is financial transaction. Financial transaction when you exchanging of money, when you are transferring from one person to another person, not going anywhere, you can operate your accounts by while sitting at your home also. You can buy things, you can sell things through the internet also. Now what are the everything have a advantages and disadvantages, and there is a lot of disadvantages also of internet. Threat of personal information. There are different things of personal information. आपने सुना होगा कि उसकी इंफॉर्मेशन इंटरनेट से किसी ने चुरा ली, स्पैमिंग होगी, मार्केट थ्रेस्ट हो गए, सोशल आइसोलेशन होगी, डिप्रेशन हो जाते हैं. इसमें क्या होता है थ्रेट ऑफ पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन हो गया. द यूजर ऑफ द फॉर बैंकिंग, सोशल नेटवर्किंग, अदर साइट सर्विसेज जो होती है उससे कोई भी आपकी जो वैल्यूएबल जो इंफॉर्मेशन होती हैं, योर बैंक अकाउंट नंबर, योर फोटोग्राफ्स and these things can be steal by the different thieves through internet. And they can sensitive information होती है जो आप किसी के साथ शेयर नहीं करना चाहते, तो वो भी क्या कर सकते हैं, जो हैकर्स होते हैं वो उसको हैक कर लेते हैं by planting phishing software. These are the different phishing softwares. Okay, next is your malware threats. Malware threats होते हैं one of the most annoying problems with the internet is the ease with which any malware can affect your computer. These are the simple things that your viruses. That viruses can attack your laptops from any links you can use it from the internet that can be harmful for your computers. They can threaten your IP address. They can target your IP addresses through this addresses. Now next is internet services. What are the internet services we are providing by the internet? First is www, and next is web publishing. Next is search engine. After this, that internet protocol. These are the different protocols: HTTP, HTML, email, and video conferencing, web pages. These are the different things we are using through the internet. Now in next slide, I will show you what are the two important things we are doing in a internet. That is, one is a server and second is a client. These are the two main things we are using on a network. First is client server model. What is a client server model? In this, now in this, see, these are the different clients: 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the different clients. One is using laptop, one is using PC, one is using tablet. These are the different clients, and these are also known as a node. This is also known as a node. Now in this, client will request to the server. Okay, server then respond to the client. पहले क्या करता है, क्लाइंट सर्वर से रिक्वेस्ट करता है और फिर सर्वर उसको रिस्पॉन्ड करता है. दिस इज अ क्लाइंट सर्वर मॉडल. नाउ next slide is that is a server client of network. Server client of network, these are the different things we are using on the internet. Now this is a client. First is client. Okay, sorry. First is client. Now this is a client, matlab your PC. Okay. Now in PC we are using a browser. Browser, it is a platform where you can access your internet. Okay. You can using with the app also. You can use a mobile also, tablet also, and through all these things you can send one HTTP request. After sending a HTTP request, there are the different ways of HTTP request is. Okay, you can ask for a web page also, you can ask for your controls also, Java templates also, any requested files also. Now the server will judge which type of protocol is used for the different files. After this, it will send a response to the client. Okay, this is a basic network features. हम कहते हैं ना, हम app use कर रहे हैं, नहीं हम तो browser use कर रहे हैं. We are using when you are playing the games, that is controlled by the ActiveX controls, Java templates. These are the different files which is used for the different things. Now next slide is what is a www. When we are asking from the student, they are saying www is the internet. That is not an internet. The World Wide Web, commonly known as the web. It is a system of interlinked hypertext और hypermedia document access the internet. जो हम इंटरनेट के थ्रू डिफरेंट कह सकते हैं वीडियोस चलाते हैं और टेक्स्ट शेयर करते हैं. जितने भी हमारे डिफरेंट डॉक्यूमेंट्स होते हैं जो हम इंटरनेट पे एक्सेस करते हैं वो किसके थ्रू करते हैं, www के थ्रू. Hypertext is a text display on a computer or other electronic devices with reference to the other text that the reader can immediately access, usually by a mouse click or key press sequence. Hypermedia is used as a logical extension of the term hypertext, in which graphics, audio, plain text, and hyperlinks intervene to create a generally non-linear medium of information. Now, next is what is the difference between web and internet? Internet is a collection of networks that connects millions of businesses, government agencies, education institutes, and individuals. www is the mean we use to access information over the internet. मतलब हम क्या कर रहे हैं, www को यूज कर रहे हैं फॉर द इंटरनेट. डिफरेंट कम्युनिकेशन प्रोटोकॉल्स यूज करते हैं उसके लिए. ठीक है, सिंपल लिंक्स दैट यूजर टू जंप फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर प्लेस ऑन द वेब. आप एक क्लिक करते हो, उसमें से और भी लिंक खुल जाते हो, फिर आप नए लिंक को ओपन करते हो, तो ये सारे प्रोसेसिंग को कौन एक्सेस करता है? www. Now in this, next is web page. अब हम बोलते हैं ना वेबसाइट क्या है, दैट इज अ कलेक्शन ऑफ वेब पेजेस. और वेब पेज क्या है? A web page is a document or a source of information that is suitable for the World Wide Web and can be accessed through a web browser and displayed on a monitor or a mobile device. This information is usually in HTML and or XML format and may provide navigation to other web pages versus hypertext links. It is a it can be contain text, graphics, audio, video, and has built-in a collection or links to other web documents. A web page has a unique address called a uniform resource locator. Now, web page क्या होता है? जो भी आप इंटरनेट पे ओपन कर रहे हो किसी भी वेबसाइट का, जो एक सिंगल पेज है, दैट इज कॉल्ड अ पेज. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज वेब ब्राउजर. वेब ब्राउजर हम किसी से बोलते हैं? दैट इज अ इंटरनेट. इंटरनेट कॉल्ड एज अ वेब ब्राउजर. नो, a software application of retrieving, presenting, and transforming information resources on the world Wide Wide. It allows to locate, view, and navigate the web. It can have a graphical user interface, meaning they can display pictures in addition to text and other forms of multimedia such as sound and audio like Internet Explorer, Chrome, Opera, etc. First web browser was developed in 1991. Now next is different type of web browsers. We have a different type of browser. Everybody know and see the symbols on your computers or your laptops. That is used for the Chrome. Next is your Mozilla Firefox. That is Internet Explorer. This is Safari, Opera, and Netscape. Now these are the different web browser. That is a different platform from which you can go to your computers. Now a protocol. What do you mean by a protocol? When you are going to school, okay, when you are going to somewhere, in there is a different lines. You have to go in a line. वैसे स्कूल में जब आप जाते हो, तो we have a different regulation, guidelines and rules for your school. Okay, now in this also internet also using a different protocols. अब आप देख लो जब आप सड़क roads पे when there is a traffic, okay, if there is no lights or police is that पुलिस होती है वहां पे. Protocols, a set of guidelines or rules that is used in a different internet services. Now जैसे आपके रूल रेगुलेशन होते हैं स्कूल में, वैसे हमारे इंटरनेट में भी रूल रेगुलेशन होते हैं. जैसे आप फॉर एग्जांपल आप रोड है, रोड पे जब ट्रैफिक होता है, अगर वहां पे लाइट्स ना हो या फिर वहां पे ट्रैफिक पुलिस ना हो, तो वहां पे क्या होता है, ट्रैफिक जैम हो जाता है। वैसे ही प्रोटोकॉल क्या काम करते हैं, व्हेन यू आर सेंडिंग अ रिक्वेस्ट टू द सर्वर, तो वो क्या करते हैं, एक ट्रैफिक पुलिस का और लाइट्स का काम करते हैं, जो प्रॉपरली रिक्वेस्ट को सेंड और रिस्पॉन्ड कर सकते हैं। तो दिस इज अ सेट ऑफ गाइडलाइंस और रूल्स, and communication protocols is a formal description of message format and the rule for exchanging through messages. Format that agree to transfer data between two devices. That is, we have a different type of protocols: hypertext transfer protocol, internet protocol, file transfer protocol, simple mail transfer protocol. In network news, file transfer protocol, transmission control protocol. Now electronic mails. Everybody know about what do you mean by electronic mail? That is emails. You can write a message that is sent and received over the internet. That is called the internet. We have a one that is a most email on the internet use the simple mail transfer protocol. Simple mail transfer protocol. Now next time, that is a electronic mail, SMTP or POP. SMTP and POP means, SMT means simple mail transfer protocol. Okay, when a sender send a mail, when a sender send a mail, electronic means email that is sent through the SMTP or received by a POP3. Now, one sender, when I am sending a one mail, okay, first what we have to do? First, we have to write a mail that is through SMTP. When I am writing a email address of a receiver and sent through the internet, and the mail is sent to the SMTP. After this, a receiver receive a mail through POP. What do you mean by POP? That is a post office protocol. It is standard mail protocol used to receive email from a remote server to a local email client. That is called a SMTP and POP. Now in next slide, next page, we will see that is a email or hypertext transfer protocol, HTTP. HTTP also works same as a SMTP. In this, through HTTP अगर हम कर रहे हैं तो क्या हो रहा है? This is a client. This is a client. Okay, means our laptop or our browser through which we can send a request to the HTTP and HTTP will respond to us. All the protocol work same as this, but function of different protocols are different. Now there are a different protocols. First is TCP/IP. TCP/IP or a transmission control protocol is a suite of communication protocol used to interconnect networks devices on the internet. TCP/IP can also be used as a communication protocol in a private network as intranet or an extranet. As SMTP we are already, I'll explain you about this, that is used to send the for the different email services. Now next is POP is, that is a client server protocol in which is received or sent over you by your internet services. जो receiver होता है email का, that is coming through the POP. Okay, next is HTTP. HTTP means hyper transfer. Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It is an application protocol for distributed collaborating hypermedia information systems. जो भी आप इंटरनेट के थ्रू यूज करते हो, जैसे वॉइस सेंड कर रहे हो, पिक्चर्स कर शेयर कर रहे हो, या कोई भी मल्टीमीडिया कोई भी चीज शेयर कर रहे हो, दैट इज यूज्ड बाय द डिफरेंट HTTP transfer protocol. Same as the HTTP S, that is secure, that is an extension of hypertext transfer protocol. It is used for secure communication over the computer network. It is widely used on the internet. In HTTP, the communication protocol is encrypted using transform layer securities. No can use this hypertext transfer protocol secure system those who are not resistant. Remote login. Remote administration refer to the any method of controlling a computer from a remote location. Software that allow remote administration is being increasing communication and is often used when it is difficult or impractical to be physically near a system in order to use it. A remote location may refer to a computer in the next room or one on the other side of the world. It may also refer to a computer in the next room or one on the another side of the world. It may also refer to the both legal or illegal. That is called a IP. Now we have a different type of protocol, and that I have given to a worksheet of that you have to learn. Now one worksheet that I have attached to the teaching process, that is one more worksheet is attached that you have to do in your fair notebook. Now next is answer keys is given as a PDF that you have to do in your notebook. Thank you.